Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome back to our channel. Who doesn't love Tom Hanks? The legendary actor has charmed audiences ever since the beginning of his career. Apart from him being one of the greatest actors of our generation, there are many other things that fans probably don't know about Tom Hanks. Here, we're going to take a look at just what you didn't know about Tom Hanks. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Number 5. His attachment to method acting.
Lesson number 5, live a little. Go ahead.
Tom Hanks has proven time and time again that he can single-handedly carry a movie. In The Castaway, the main character Chuck, who is played by Hanks, is stranded on an island for 4 years. In order to show the effects of being stranded on an uninhabited island on the human body, Hanks actually lost 50 pounds and grew a long and unkempt beard instead of using special effects. This, however, wasn't the only time he decided to put his body through hell just so he could ace his role. In the movie Philadelphia, Hanks did the role of a man who was suffering from AIDS. Just so he could get into character and display an accurate representation of the toll AIDS can have on somebody, Hanks went through a dramatic body transformation. In his own words, "There were a couple days I couldn't stand up without grabbing the edge of the chair, and I was always looking at my watch because snack time, an hour and 15 minutes. But the thing is, it's not only how Hanks transforms himself physically is what makes him look unrecognizable in most of the roles he does. He's without a doubt the closest thing an actor can be to a chameleon. To put into perspective, let's look at what Steven Spielberg had to say about Hanks. Well, for me, everything that Tom does is a surprise to me because I don't recognize him. I know Tom so well, but I don't recognize the character he plays, he told Vulture. Number 4. His love for typewriters. If you didn't already know, Tom Hanks has somewhat of a knack for creative writing, but not only that, he also has a knack for collecting typewriters as well. In one interview a few years back, Hanks talked about his love for the typewriter as a device. This love also drove him to write down a book which he called Uncommon Type in 2017. He shared his obsession for typewriter collecting on more than one occasion as well. If you're thinking that this is something odd, then well, just like some people like collecting vintage items like guitars or postcards, Hanks likes collecting typewriters, so maybe it isn't as odd as someone might initially think. "There's a beauty and aesthetic quality to them that I just admire," said Hanks. "They do one thing, and only one thing. You can't make a phone call on a typewriter," he said.
My collection of short stories comes out on October 17th.
Number 3. He has played a captain 5 times.
What are we gonna do?
We'll bring hell down from on high.
Yep, you heard that right. Tom Hanks has played a captain 5 entire times over the course of his career, starting from 1996 all the way to 2016, with the roles being in the following movies: Apollo 13, Saving Private Ryan, Captain Phillips, Sully, and Green Mile. Number 2. He's a really nice guy. You may have been hearing about how much of a nice guy Keanu Reeves is lately, but let us tell you, Tom Hanks is just as nice. But people don't seem to talk about it much for some reason. Throughout the course of Hanks' long and shining career, he's always had the reputation of being a kind person. There have been many instances in which Hanks has done acts of kindness for his fans, as well as people who don't know him. During the shooting of Angels and Demons, a wedding was about to be delayed due to the road being blocked. Hanks took it upon himself to pause filming and escort the bride to the chapel himself. One more instance of Hanks being a great guy is when he met a fan by the name of Sarah Moretti, who was suffering from autism. He behaved so nicely toward her that it brought people to tears. "Sweetie, how wonderful it is to meet you," Hanks said to her. Number 1. His ambition of being an astronaut. If you were to ask a kid what they wanted to be when they grew up, a lot of them would most likely say astronaut, but not all of them decide to go through with that dream. Tom Hanks was one of those children. Hanks always had a thing for outer space as a child, and like many children, he too wanted to go through the skies and into the stars in a rocket, while wearing the cool costume that astronauts wear. But as he grew up, he went on a different route, which of course was becoming an actor. Hanks' adoration for space, however, didn't extinguish when he reached adulthood, as he was given the Douglas S. Morrow Public Outreach Award from the Space Foundation in 2006. So while Hanks may not have become an astronaut, he still has been contributing to human progress related to space in one way or another. This brings us to the end of our video. Make sure you hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and press the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming content. Until next time, take care and goodbye.